Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Colorado Rockies taking on the Miami Marlins. Let's jump right in with a player who's hit a bit of a rough patch lately. It's been an absolute ice-cold streak, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, but today could be his day to break out of it. A few swings, some luck, and maybe he'll get back on track. It's just about finding that rhythm.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set. And on the mound in this one, Braxton Garrett. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
That's to third. Norby whips it across. One up, one down. Time to check out the Rockies lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Kyle Farmer.
Tops on the team in batting average, Boog. A guy who's showing off some excellent bat-to-ball ability when he digs in at the plate. That's useful if your team needs to get an inning going, get a leadoff man on. But it's also incredible to have a guy like that in the lineup because he's a run producer who can drive in runs if you've got guys on base already. So he's a huge piece in this lineup.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Here's Michael Tolia. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Today, a significant day in Major League Baseball. It is Lou Gehrig Day throughout the majors as we honor one of the greatest players in the history of the game. And as well, we raise awareness for ALS. That's the disease that claimed Lou Gehrig's life back on June 2nd. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. They're waving McMahon home. Now a relay to the plate. He'll score, and it's 1-0. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. Man at second. Comes up empty. That's strike two. When you think about the impact of Lou Gehrig on the world of sports, consider this. His number 4 was retired after he passed from ALS. It is the first number ever to be retired. That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and today's starter, Austin Gomber.
You can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit does.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. It's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but
Miller to Tovar, and he'll keep it for just the one.
Clear that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the shirt out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
Jonah Bride getting ready to hit. Man at first, one away. Popped up first base side. Miller on the move. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. 2 down. And time down for the Marlins lineup. A lot of bat-to-ball skill in this offense, Chris. Very tough outs all over the place, and they're sporting the best team batting average in the league right now.
Well, clearly they're good hitters, Boog, but I'll tell you from experience, when you're on the other side of the field, you look at these players and you just say, man, this team is lucky, because you feel like your team hits balls like that and they just don't find the holes that they seem to find. So I think it's a combination of being really good hitters, but also being lucky, and that's what this game is all about.
Tovar sends it to first. Out number 3. Marlins leave 1. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. So in now for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. On the ground to third, Norby. 1 up, 1 down. Jacob Stallings now. 1 out, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ground ball right side. De Los Santos takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
2 down, base is empty. Sam Hilliard digging in for the Rockies. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
2 outs, base is empty. Misses off the plate. And the count is 2-2.
2-2.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Mitchell tracks it down for the out. After an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Back here in Miami, bottom of the second. Here's the rookie right fielder, Griffin Conine. The 1-1. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Gets it there in time, though, and that's out number 1 on a tough play. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So digging in, Dane Myers. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Davison De Los Santos. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing here this half. We played 2 full. It's the Rockies 1 and the Marlins nothing. Top half of the 3rd inning, and stepping in is the speedy Owen Miller. 1-1 is fouled off. High fly ball down the left field line. Myers going back, pulls it in on the warning track.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Ball and a strike. Fought off foul. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That's a ball.
On the ground to first. De Los Santos tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And that is the inning. Nothing doing for the Rockies, but they're on top 1-0. Back at the ballpark, and one of the things that's been happening lately, hot hitting as we take a look at the numbers this month. Out to short. Tosses across to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. Center field. Doyle gets under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Back to the top of the Miami order, and now Graham Pauley. And that one fouled off. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field, and that extends the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
First and second, 2 outs. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And he grounds one back up the middle, and that is that. Marlins strand a pair, still behind by a count of 1-0. Start of the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. That one drilled left field. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And the batter now, Michael Tolia. That one's in there. That's strike 2.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
McMahon leads off second with nobody out. That just misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Next for Colorado, Kyle Farmer. Farmer with some impressive production lately. The 1-1 and a strike in there.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
1 out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Next offering upstairs. Foul ball there. And it remains 2-2. Man on second, 2 down. On the ground, right side. On to first. And that is the inning. So 1 left for Colorado, but they still lead it 1-0. Bottom 4, leading off, Connor Norby. Hard ground ball, base down. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And up next for Miami, Griffin Conine. Up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Swung on, belted. That's back there. Makes the catch, crashing into the wall. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Excellent play out there, and he does it in a huge spot. That wall, it can very easily jar the ball loose when you bang into it, so that could have been a really different outcome.
Davison De Los Santos, the next up for the Marlins. Norby on third. Conine at first. 1 gone. Hammered on the line, base hit. Here's the throw, and he's safe as the run scores from third.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
2 on, 1 out. Now here is Agustin Ramirez. That one is absolutely belted. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they take a 2-run lead.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
One out, runner at second. And now Nick Fortes. On the ground to short, Tovar. Throws across the diamond. That's the second out.
Now back, second baseman, Holly.
So the batting order turns over at the plate. Graham Pauley. Base knock center field. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner at first with 2 away. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit. Lifted in the air, right center field. Miller sizes this one up, squeezes it, and that will end the inning. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Marlins 4 and the Rockies 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Now the Rockies catcher, Jacob Stallings. Garrett winds and deals. In
Right
for a strike. 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball, still a 1 and 2 count. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing, and a ball popped up. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Now back, left fielder, Sam Hilliard.
Here's the left fielder, Sam Hilliard. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2 and 2's the count.
There's a swing and a drive. That one's deep. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Owen Miller. 2 outs. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Mitchell flashes the leather on the run and catch. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Justin Lawrence.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper.
Man,
1 and
that
2's
was
the count.
pretty gross right there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Third baseman, number one.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. Liner, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. So up next, Griffin Conine. That one the other way. Snags it for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Dane Myers now at the plate. And he dodges that fastball.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Runner takes off. Swing and a liner. Base hit out into right center field. Coming home. He will score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 4. And now for the Marlins, Davison De Los Santos. Moved to first, and he's back in safely. Myers off of first with 2 away. Runner on the move. Pitch outside. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And the batter now, Brenton Doyle. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now here's Nolan Jones. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Conine makes the play, and there's one away.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. The Marlins leading by 4, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
1 and 2's the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Colorado's DH, Michael Toglia.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
Here goes the runner. On the ground to third. It's in and out of his glove.
Well, you can't give him 2 errors on that play, but that's pretty much what it looked like. Tried to stay with it after the bobble, and it might have pulled it off with a good throw, but it's very easy to rush the throw when you don't field it cleanly. A lot of times guys don't have a good grip on it, and I think that was the case right there.
And now the first baseman, Kyle Farmer. 2 on, 2 outs. Ripped on a line. And makes the grab. And that is that. So they strand 2 after a base hit and an error. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. Marlins 5 and the Rockies 1. Well, we go bottom 6. And at the plate for Miami, Davison De Los Santos. is cut on and missed. And the count is 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting, the catcher.
Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. Ramirez having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Nick Fortes, the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball could be two to Tovar, and it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. Marlins 5 and the Rockies 1. New pitcher for the Marlins, Jesus Tinoco.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here comes a pitch. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Next for Colorado, Jacob Stallings. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And there's 2 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
So in now for Colorado, Sam Hilliard. 2 down, nobody on.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Rockies are down quietly. They're down 5-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jimmy Herget.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2 is the count.
Liner caught at second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And up next for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Hit on the ground to short. Tovar. 2 up, 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 outs, base is empty. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. Line drive, Miller. Handles, throws to first. Marlins set down in order. 3 up, 3 down that time. We look ahead to inning number 8. Marlins 5 and the Rockies 1. So the Marlins go with a new arm, Calvin Fauché.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Top of the zone for a strike. And the count 1-2.
1-2.
And that's in the dirt. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Two down, bases empty. Next to hit for the Rockies, Nolan Jones. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that one cutting but missing down low.
Count is full.
Up the middle. And he'll just eat it. That's an infield single.
The third baseman, number 24, Ryan.
So a man aboard. There's Ryan McMahon now. That one ripped. He's got it. And that is that. The Rockies strand 1. They're down here 5-1.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Victor Vodnik.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Now the third baseman, Connor Norby.
Third baseman, Connor Norby.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3. Now it's the right fielder, Griffin Conine. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Popped up left side, Tovar. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Jay Meyer.
2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Jones hauls it in to end the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the DH, Michael Toglia. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Swing and a ground ball.
Foul.
And foul ball. The Fish leading by 4 here in the top of the 9th. Just
Ball.
off the outside corner. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
That's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way and then just at the last moment it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
He swings and fouls one off. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.